Oh yeah, you better believe I'm Liam, and you better believe that I've been forced to make this content against my will because I'm a product of capitalism. Don't tell me that no one's forcing me to do this, because they are. There are people willing to do violence on me over there. Let's talk about Odd Creative. What is Odd Creative as a YouTube channel, as a concept, as a limited liability company? Odd Creative basically was the company under which Stab Panda Productions, LT Guitarist, Conversation App Podcast, and a couple other similar things. That was the company under which we existed and were able to make money. 7, 8, 9 years ago, I had a job, so couldn't really make money from other jobs without having to get into trouble tax-wise. So what I did was I set up a limited liability company, Odd Creative Limited. I was the director of it, so we could earn money. We could have like a little account that any income from any of those projects would go into, AdSense from Stab Panda, Patreon subscribers from Conversation Hat, this kind of thing. And we did have like a little bit of freelance film work here and there. I work in marketing now, so it's interesting. It's not interesting. It's just relevant. So it's relevant that 7, 8, 9 years ago we were doing like little bits of basically making little adverts for Instagram. Let me take that bit again. So 7, 8, 9 years ago, so let's call it 10 years for the sake of ease. 10 years ago I had another job, so in order to make money with YouTube and stuff, we had to create a limited liability company so that stuff could go into that bank account. And even if we would end up like using that money to go back into production, we still had to like say, as a legal entity, this is what is coming in, this is what's going out, this is where the money's going, don't worry about it. So that's why we made Odd Creative, and we actually ended up doing bits and bobs of like advertising work. We made like some Instagram videos for local companies, which is, you know, on a really tiny scale what I'm doing now professionally, as a content marketer, which is my actual job. So Odd Creative was sort of, the overarching banner under which Stab Panda, Conversation Hat, LT Guitarist, and a couple other little projects like Let's Play, which I might talk about at some point. We all existed under this banner. The Odd Creative channel was originally Stabbed Panda TV. In fact, I think if you go Stabbed Panda TV... Yes, it redirects here. Stab Panda TV. So back in the day, just before Odd Creative existed, we had Stab Panda Music, the music channel that you're watching this video on now. We had Stab Panda Presents was the name of our podcast. We had Let's Play, which was Stab Panda Gaming, Stab Panda Let's Play. And we had Stab Panda TV. We wanted to do this whole Stab Panda thing. And then I realised Stab Panda was a terrible name to call your company. So Stab Panda TV was where we put comedy stuff, basically. So I think Hello Malcolm and The Front, I think, were released when this was Stab Panda TV. All of this, I think, would have been Stab Panda TV. And it's only kind of comparatively recently. I think I did a video about what happened to Stab Panda TV. Yes, there it is. 3 years ago, we changed it from Stab Panda TV to Odd Creative. Right? So, yes. What else do I want to say? So my timeline doesn't make sense there, does it? I've just told you a lie. So we must have set up Stab Panda TV like 10 years ago to do as like a repository for comedy stuff, which we did very successfully. And then we changed it to Odd Creative as a channel 3-4 years ago. Yeah, that makes more sense. So we must have set up Odd Creative 3-4 years ago. God, it feels like longer, you know?
Hello, this is Liam from the future. What I've said here doesn't actually make any sense. And I don't know if dates matter to you. Dates matter to me. Odd Creative Limited was incorporated in 2019, so at this point, something like 5 years ago. I guess what happened was when we incorporated Odd Creative, Stab Panda TV was just Stab Panda TV. I guess what must have happened is in 2019, when we incorporated Odd Creative Limited, this YouTube channel remained Stab Panda TV for a couple of years. So let's say 2021 was probably the year when we took the Stab Panda TV channel and changed it into the Odd Creative channel. That doesn't mean Odd Creative didn't exist before then. It did. There.
More recently, the phone box. It's a great video. Genuinely very proud of this. Somewhat proud of this as well. Odd Creative currently, I think we're probably going to stop using it as a limited liability company because I no longer need to have a separate enterprise, a separate company for freelance work because I'm a freelancer full time, right? So all of the money that comes in from this YouTube channel, from Conversation Hat, will go back into those projects, but it may as well come in and out of my bank account than a limited liability company because there's so much more paperwork to do that, and honestly we're not making enough money for it to be worthwhile. So I think Odd Creative will not be a limited liability company for much longer. These videos will probably stay here as Odd Creative. I don't know if we'll use their brand. I like that as a brand. I think Odd Creative as like an organization name is quite fun. I'm fond of it. What else do I want to say? Multimedia production company, yada yada yada. I don't think that website exists anymore, does it? Oh, it does. Oh, that's fun. Foot neurotherapy. Oh boy. Yes, so that still exists, which is great. Fine. Yep. That's all I have to say about what Odd Creative is. Yep. All right.